guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I apply my foundation, concealer, bronzer, liquid or cream contour. I'm also going to be giving you guys a little bit of insight on the brushes that I use to get flawless foundation. There are a couple things that are essential to applying foundation and just getting a good base. So make sure you guys stay tuned, watch the whole video, and I hope you guys learned something from it. All right, let's get started. First and foremost, you're going to need a primer. I can't express how important primer is to flawless foundation. You're going to need primer, okay? So the people in the back can hear, you're going to need primer. All right, moving on. So we're gonna jump into exactly how to apply foundation, how I apply my foundation. And the products that I'm gonna be using today are some of the products that I use all the time. When I'm doing my makeup on a regular, these are the products I use to achieve a flawless foundation look. So let's jump right in. First, we're gonna start by priming the skin. I'm gonna prime today with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. This is one of my favorites. It really just makes the skin smooth, smooths out the pores, and just really makes that foundation stick to your skin and last a lot longer. This is why I say that primer is important, because without it, honestly, at the end of the day, you might look washed up, your makeup might look gone, like you didn't do anything to your face at all, and that's just a waste of product and a waste of makeup. So to avoid that, use a primer. I'm just gonna squeeze about a pea size of that on my finger, and what I like to do is dot it in my T-zone to make sure that I'm hitting all of the areas that need to be primed the most. And then I'm just rubbing it into the skin on my entire face. After applying your primer, you're gonna go straight into foundation. The foundation that I'm gonna be using today is the Bobbi Brown Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation, SPF 15, in the shade Warm Almond. And I'm gonna be using my beauty blender to apply the foundation. I know lately I've been using a brush, the Morphe M439 brush. It's a really nice and dense buffer brush. But today I'm gonna be using the beauty blender because I think it gives a really good flawless finish to the skin, and it's a lot easier to blend than a brushes. So I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender. And I'm just gonna apply the foundation right onto the beauty blender. That was 3 pumps. And notice that when I'm applying, I'm literally pouncing the beauty blender onto the skin. Another reason why I wanted to use the beauty blender today is because I think it gives more of a full coverage look. So for my ladies out there that like full coverage, beauty blenders are your best friend. And guys, my first, well, what I thought was a beauty blender was from Marshall's. Y'all, I swore up and down that this sponge was a beauty blender. It was not. The beauty blenders have beauty blender written on them. They come in a little tube like this. Mine is a little dirty, don't judge me. They come in a little tube like that. If your beauty blender did not come in that, it is not a beauty blender. If it does not say beauty blender, it is not a beauty blender. I'm telling you, I did not know what I was missing out on until I got a real beauty blender from Sephora. I'm sure they sell them in other places. I get mine from Sephora. But like, the beauty blenders are so soft and like, they just get the job done. I'm gonna go in with a little more foundation. I'm gonna do one more pump for the face. And you wanna make sure to get under your jawline, right under there, and also on your ears to just make sure all the areas of your face are the same color, okay? After you're done applying foundation to your face, you're gonna wanna go in with concealer for a few reasons. One, under the eyes, just to brighten them, and also to hide any pigmentation you might have under your eyes from being tired, sleepy, working too hard, you know, all those things we as adults fall into. And then secondly, to highlight places of your face that natural light hits anyway. So it's basically to just accentuate those areas and to make them just pop. What I like to do when I'm applying the concealer is draw a line down the side of my nose, right about there, and right about there, and then draw a line under my eye, and then just fill the area below in with more concealer. So here's the line down my nose, down the side of my nose. And here's the line coming right under my eye. And then I just like to go fill in that area below and on the side of the line that I made. I'm gonna do the same thing over here, line on the side of my nose, under my eye, and go in and fill in the area below. Now I'm taking it down the nose and on my forehead. Upper lip and my chin. All right guys, now I'm gonna take the tip of the beauty blender. It's the same beauty blender that I applied my foundation with. I'm gonna take the tip of that beauty blender and blend out all of my concealed areas. What I like to do by my nose is literally just pounce the beauty blender on that area. I don't really like to move that product too much because I want, the reason that I drew that line there was to create a subtle contour of the nose. As you can see, like if I don't bring the concealer in too much right here, it will create a natural contour of the nose. So I'm just bouncing the beauty blender right on that line that I created and then blending the concealer out. Trying my best not to move that product as much as I can. Just keeping it right in place, especially on the nose. And then I want to look up when I'm right under my eyes and where those fine lines are, where my fine lines are. You may not have fine lines right there. Just to make sure that the concealer gets in there to avoid as much creasing as possible. And I'm going to go in on the other side and do the exact same thing. See? Just bouncing and bouncing and bouncing the beauty blender on all the areas I have concealer on them. Just bouncing and bouncing. And then when I'm getting in between my eyebrows, I'm gonna squeeze the beauty blender, make it a little smaller to really get into that area and try not to disturb the brows. All right, so I know it's looking a little bit crazy right now. I'm looking a little light. It's okay. I'm gonna fix it. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the butt of the beauty blender that I used to apply the foundation. And I'm basically just gonna go around the perimeter of my face to just get rid of any demarcation or any lines of where the foundation and the concealer are meeting and just kind of blend them out. Alright guys, I'm going to go in with another liquid concealer. This is the Kylie Cosmetics Concealer in Chai. And I'm going to basically place that around the perimeter of my face just to liven the face up a little bit. And I'm gonna use this Morphe brush to blend that concealer out. It doesn't have a number. It came in a set, so I'm sorry I can't tell you the exact number I'm using. To blend that out even more, I'm gonna go back in with my trusty beauty blender. Alright, now I'm going to go in and set the areas that I concealed with a loose setting powder. I'm going to be using the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And I'm basically going to dip my damp beauty blender into this powder and set under my eyes. And I get really oily around the sides of my nose right here. So I'm gonna make sure I really focus some powder right in that area. Because this is gonna help stay matte throughout the day and reduce as much oiliness as possible. I'm gonna take that powder down my nose, on my forehead, on my chin, and on my upper lip. And I'm gonna go ahead and dust that powder off with the Luxie Large Powder 502 brush. And I'm just dusting it right away. I don't let it sit there for too long because I don't want to completely change the color of my concealer. I just want to mattify the skin. And with this powder, it will, you know, make you a little brighter in the areas that you put it. So I just sweep it off as soon as I put it on there. Now you're gonna need your bronzer. Today I'm gonna be using the Bobbi Brown Bronzing Powder in Deep 4. I'm gonna take this in and basically just set all the areas that I put the darker concealer. So around the perimeter of my face, down the hollows of my cheeks, and on my jawline. And I'm gonna take this powder in with a Morphe E59 brush. And on my forehead, I'm using back and forth motions and circular motions. I kind of go in between the two because I don't want for there to be like a sharp, darker line across the top of my head. I want for it to be kind of gradient. So to get that gradient look, I kind of just like use the circular motions. But to actually press the powder on there, I like to go back and forth. Makes the face just look blended. Starting in the back and working it forward. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Start in the back and work it forward. Going down my jawline. All right guys, I'm gonna take that same Bobbi Brown bronzer and a Luxie 209 brush, and I'm gonna apply the bronzer down my nose to give a slight nose contour. I'm literally gonna dip the product in there twice, blow it off, and then apply. Alright guys, now I'm going to go back in and really just make sure that my face is snatched around my jawline. In order to do that, I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D setting powder in translucent. And I'm going to use my trusty beauty blender again to just snatch it up. Break it down. Hey, snatch it up. Snatch it up, snatch it up. All right, I'm gonna dust that right off with that same Luxie 502 large powder brush. See what I mean? I tell all my girls, snatch it up, hey. I'm gonna go and finish my under eyes and I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the skin. Today I'm gonna be using the Gerard Cosmetics Lucy highlighter. And to apply this highlight, I'm gonna be using a Sigma F42. Come on, Gerard. And I'm gonna take that same highlight down my nose with the Sigma E45. Gonna add that right to the Cupid's bow. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some blush. I'm gonna be using the Becca Cosmetics Luminous Blush in Snapdragon. And I'm gonna be using a Lexi large angled brush. This is the 504 to apply the blush. So I'm gonna go through and spritz my skin with the Mack Fix Plus Setting Spray. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and applied some lipstick, and this is the final look. It's a nice bronzy glow type look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that I gave you some tips and tricks on applying foundation, concealer, bronzer, all that jazz. I'd love to hear about the face products that you guys like to use on a daily basis. So if you would, please comment them down below. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave that comment below telling me what kind of products that you like. And I will catch y'all next time. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to follow me on all my social media sites. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that. Follow me. Thank you. Bye.